All right, today is Tuesday, June 16th. This was last mowed on Saturday. Just got done mowing it again. If the weather could ever decide what it wants to do around here, it'd be very helpful. This weekend was in the high 60s, and today is 85. So, and it's supposed to be in the 80s, I think, all week and through the weekend. So, I don't know, maybe summer's here. Me personally, I hate 80 degrees unless I'm sitting on a beach. Somewhere. So I'm a 72-degree weather guy, and as you can see, all the flaws in the lawn, especially in the edge by the driveway. What I'm surprised is usually that pine tree soaks up all the water right out of there, and that turns brown. It goes dormant. Of course, we're not in July yet, and I'm anticipating that will happen again, although I did add another sprinkler to help get more water up here for that tree right there to eat. So, okay, that's all I got for now. Getting ready to mow the top up here. Not going to be using that. We'll be using that to trim around the trees and around the edge of the driveway and stuff. This was again mowed on Saturday as well. It actually has not grown that much because it was so cold over the weekend. I did get the fertilizer down, as you guys saw in the last video I was about to do. I did get that down, and so this will be the next project mowing. I actually ordered a little selfie stick, so I'll be able to record me doing some stuff now instead of just seeing the before and the afters. Got another little project in the back of the truck here. More straw. So let's put down some more seed here. There were supposed to be 2 rolls, but the delivery came today and they had 1 roll. So called them and they apologized and said they were shipping another one out. But it comes LTL freight, so that'll be another week or so. We get the Toro Titan out here and kick up some dust and cut some grass. Had another question for you guys. Before I fired up the mower. I wonder if anybody else ever wonders this, but of course you just put the fertilizer down. You can see the blue, it's starting to break down a little bit. But using a rotary versus a reel, that rotary, especially on the Titan, that's got good suction. I always hate to mow a couple days after putting the fertilizer down, even after it's been watered, as I know it just blows it away and puts it where it wasn't supposed to be. So wondering if you guys have the same thoughts, any ideas, what you guys do for making sure your fert doesn't blow away. So any comments would be greatly appreciated. Just mowing here and got some little critters, little baby fawn there, probably a month old. I hate them in the yard, but when they're not in the yard, cool to look at. So as I was talking to you guys about before, about the fertilizer being moved while you're mowing, as I was trimming around the tree here, you can see the fertilizer that's on the mat back there. So I know it's picking it up and moving around. You can see the fertilizer in there. So that's what I'm referring to, and when I bring out the Titan, that's just going to blow it. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Deer are still moving around. I usually chase them out of the yard, send the dogs out, or my daughter, she likes to chase them out too. Otherwise they just poop and eat grass. So love to see them in the woods, just not in the yard. I know fueling up mowers is always a big topic, so I will show you how I fuel up the Toro Titan HD. I have a can that had the trigger nozzle, so you had to push the trigger here, but I got rid of that because it pours too slow. And you can order spouts, and then you just have to get a step drill or a drill bit and make a little hole in the back of the can, get the shavings out, and then you can push that in there, and now you get a vent. And it works like a good old gas can. So I don't have a selfie stick, so I'm going to try this one-handed, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that because it's full. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work one-handed, so. But if you notice, I'm doing it in the garage, not on the lawn. I'm not as brave as other people, although I have done that as well. Once I get it pouring, it's easy to do. It's one-handed, so. So I noticed on Left Tool's unit, or I should say mower, that they told them not to fill it up to the neck. I did not know that, so I don't know if mine's that way or not. I always fill it up to the neck, and I don't seem to have issues, but I'm not going to do that this time, so I'm getting full. I'm going to turn this off. Also, I have a plug on here I put on for the battery for battery maintainer, because over the winter time, the 6 months that we have winter here, leave it on a battery maintainer. It's not in the neck at all. I usually do have it in the neck, but I didn't have enough gas apparently, so sorry. I'll get used to this one at one point in time. Alright, I'm going to go out mowing and we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright folks, got it mowed. It was actually longer than I thought it was going to be, but the brand new blades seem to give it a pretty clean cut there. You can see an older one there. Right there, it's the older one. Here's a new one. They're pretty clean. For a rotary mower, that is. Nothing like the reels. Those things are like shaving. So, I did not mow in that direction. I don't even know that it's striped at all. That's one thing about the Time Master I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah. I know it's short mow. It's 1 3/4 what I have it set to. I know if it was longer it'd stripe better because it stripes a little bit better on the sections that I mow at 2 1/4. But that's what it is with the new blades. A lot of dead leaves on the grass, all from the trees. So fall's coming early. Hopefully not. Summer hasn't even got here. Not sure if you can see it in the yard. Right in this area here, when it gets dry out, this tree sucks the water right out of the lawn. This one does it on that side of the tree over there. This one does. Those are the two main ones besides the pine that I showed earlier. I have purchased one of these tree waterers. This is the second unit. I'm not going to show the brand. It doesn't matter, I guess. The hose will not thread on. 4 hoses that I have, out of the 4, only one of them will thread on, and that's this one here. I have no idea why. It doesn't make any sense to me. The other 3 will not thread on. This is the second unit I've gotten. The same thing, except even this one will not screw on the first one. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong or what their thread issue is on the water, but I have no idea. But this hose does fit on it, and we're going to test it out here in a minute. You can kind of see, right? Doesn't show up very good on the camera there, but it's right in there. This whole area gets sucked dry. So I'm going to push that into the ground and we'll see how it works. Okay, we have the hose on. Check to see if we're leaking here. Yeah, we are. So I'm going to pause this for a second and fix that. Okay, got that fixed. So you can hear air going through here. Sometimes if it's not far enough in the ground, as you can see, we're about 12 inches in the ground. What'll happen is it'll shoot out of the hole. Right now it's watering 12 inches below. So as you can see, we're now 18 inches deep. And I'm going to let this run and water the tree. That way it stops sucking the water out of the lawn. So this one appears to be working. It's not leaking here. I don't know why. It only works with this hose. If I put the end of that hose on there, it screws on a 1/4 turn and that's it. I have quick disconnects for my garden hoses for some of them. Those are just brass fittings that screw in and they don't fit either. I don't know. So I'm gonna go eat some dinner. We're gonna let this water and I'll come back out in a little bit and probably move it over. If you move it too close water will come shooting out of the hole you just pulled it out of. So, okay. Just got done eating dinner. I did turn it down a little bit so it wasn't on full blast. But you can see water starting to bubble up from down below. See it come out of the hole now. It's coming out of there. So this ground is pretty saturated here. So what we'll do is we'll pull it out of there. If you move it too close, so as I said earlier, if you move it too close, if I put it there, it bubbles right out of that hole. I'll see if I can do this with not turning off the water, because for some reason I can't turn that valve all the way off. So you'll see how it sprays out the end. Hopefully I won't get too wet here. So that's what it does. I will come over here and try to put it in. Sorry guys. So that ground is really dry, and that's why it's just coming straight up out of the ground there, which will happen. I might have to try to move it to a different spot, because that really doesn't, that kind of defeats the purpose. And I got it turned down too, so I'm not sure why it's doing that. I haven't had it do that before. You can see here is where I had it inserted in there. So might try to move it, because that's just really kind of pouring out of there. So I'm going to try to do this again with you guys. Sorry, I know it's not fun to watch on the phones like that, but oh, I hit a rock or something there. Not sure quite what's going on here. Sorry. There we go. So that is watering, turning it up a little bit. It's not coming out, and we are only 12 inches in, but I hit a rock or something. It's not going any further, or a root. So, okay. So that's what it takes to water the tree roots. So if any of you are having those issues where you see the grass go dry and start to go dormant by the tree in the summer, that's what you need to do right there. And you can go all the way around the tree. I just been working this for the last couple of weeks on this side where it goes dry. The other side doesn't really do it, so I'm not sure why. It kind of ground does taper down this way a little bit here, which you can't really see in the camera, but kind of slopes downhill a little bit, very little, but it does. It slopes down there and works its way down the hill. So thanks for watching, and appreciate all the comments and likes. Thank you guys.